Yo, testing, it's yours truly Maddness KMA back once again in 2025 with Season 3. Season 3 of the Garage Report is delving deep into the foundational roots of house and garage to UK garage main promotion events that was the prolific and most significant that paved the way for everyone else to follow. London, mid-90s. Pirate radio ruled the streets.
Can you feel the power?
That was the sound system culture of the 90s. And one station, the multi-award winning Freek FM 101.8, was more than just the signal. From the very beginning, the event started. It was a movement ready to break out of the tower blocks.
Well, okay.
I'm not a DJ, I'm not a producer, as you know.
Yep.
Noise Robert, and I always said Freek worked well because of that reason.
Do you think our esteemed guest next to you had an ego while he was DJ? KMA, Mr. Maddness.
You see, at the very start of house and garage movement, South London had a Sunday scene starting. Happy Days, Spread Love Sundays at the Gas Club, moments that have been well documented in UK garage history. However, while that energy was bubbling in South London, something was also working simultaneously in North London. A powerful movement powered by Freek FM 101.8 and Libido Promotions, which was Freaks in the Manor, leading to the big promotion, Freaking You. In North London, Freek FM held down the Manor Club. Every weekend, the place was rammed. And this is from like 1994. So much that the hundreds were turned away as the doors would open each week. The demand was outgrowing the venue fast, so it was inevitable to move on. The solution? A bold move for one night only and the first to break house and garage into the EC1 Club in London City. Freek took the sound into EC1 Club. It became the first ever fully packed house and garage event at that venue. A capacity crowd, wall to wall, and I can concur, as being one of the DJs on the night, it was a sweat box. The roof ceiling was dripping. It was slippery floors, but we had an amazing time because we was just proud to be out there in a bigger venue with our music that we was growing and for the culture.
The idea was of Clipper. He cut out the woman from the LP of Jodeci's album, Freaking You, and that's where it come from. We twisted up the logo a little bit, very minor changes, and then Freaking You was born.
And then with a cancellation date that came up via Zoo Entertainments, big up to Mikey Zoo and the whole entire team, big up to Bobby and Steve, and then providing a conduit to the Camden Palace venue, which was in our hometown of North London. So what happens next? You get a 2-week cancellation and you as the station and its DJs with no special guests. It was always the Freek DJs and MCs. That's how we did it. So there was the big difference. When other clubs had to use the name brands, Libido Promotions used its very own home talent, which was the rising stars of its time. We just didn't know it yet. 2 weeks, solid pushing on the radio on 101.8 led to a sold out capacity. 2 weeks, and this was mid-90s. Hasn't been done before because we was doing it first. And then sold out venues continued to roll out.
We would charge people 20 quid when people was getting like £8 to £10 at the doors with Kiss FM and Clockwork Orange at Camden. We smashed it.
I describe Freek FM and the Freaking You platform is what Def Jam comedy was to hip-hop culture in the States. And all the rising stars that was on that platform, it was the same with Freek FM. Became so legendary because nobody did it like us, and we had the template.
But also I think we went into Camden, Bagley's. It just goes on, innit? We would charge people 20 quid when people was getting like £8 to £10 at the doors with Kiss FM and Clockwork Orange at Camden. We smashed it.
The journey kept leveling up. From Bagley's Film Studios to teaming up with Tony Maidon at Holborn's Leisure Lounge weekly event Cream of the Crop, where we could showcase each week more of the talent, more of the culture was built from these resident events weekly, amongst the other promotions that were doing their part and contributing in a big way to the scene.
We scaled up the numbers. We went up to Waterton Road in Powerhouse for the first Freaking You birthday. That was a success. 3,000 people, at least 2,800. And at least 2,000 outside in the queue, in and out, waiting. It was a massive event. We've done actually about 4 or 5 events in that place.
Each step was bigger, louder and more iconic than the last time. And then came 1997. Before Iron Apple was the UKG Mecca, everyone remembers Freaking You were there amongst the very first to land and take over the Spot Club, bringing the sounds overseas. A new chapter had begun. One of the methods that the promotion team always did was to book one guest in each arena if there was a 3-4 arena venue like Bagley's or Powerhouse, and then it would just blend it out even more again with the rest of the Freak team. Everyone got a play in some way from the Freak team, which made it again more organic. It was frowned upon by some people, but always looked upon as in leaders. What are they doing? If they're doing it, must be good, because they got sellout events. The radio is multi-award winning back to back. This was special and cannot be forgotten.